Alright, what's up guys? So, this video is titled The Disturbing Art of AI, and yeah, I'm curious about it because, so I was seeing, like, people was checking this video out, and I'm like, I like disturbing, like, these videos, because it has me feeling a little, like, worried and scared. I'm like, you know what, nah, I'm like, it's that time of the year, let's go ahead and, check out some scary videos and stuff, because I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be, like, scary, like, it's gonna have me not being able to sleep at night, but I just think it's overall gonna be talking about, like, artificial intelligence and how advanced it's getting and stuff. And yeah, overall how they need to slow, because I mean, what, they're creating those like freaking robot dogs. So here's the thing about that. If that's what this video is overall going to be about, I'm like, what these guys need to do is start watching movies and playing video games. One game that they need to play is a game that I played, beat, and I'm like, fam, honestly, in a situation where it's like, if we keep getting advanced with this stuff and then they displaying online how easy it is to create, there's this video game called Generation Zero. I played and beat that game, and that game was insane from beginning all the way. Like, having it where you just getting into these battles with just, I'm guaranteed, I promise you, it's gonna be like a real life, like, iRobot situation and stuff if they keep continuing. But I'm like, I guess, like, if they're doing it for a good reason, I'm like, okay, program it for that, because I'm like, I'm saying, you guys, if y'all allow this stuff to get too advanced and it gets in the wrong people's hands, I guarantee and I promise you, it ain't gonna be good. So anyways, guys, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Nexpo for more videos like this. And then that being said, let's get into this video. Welcome back to Nexpo. I like that intro. It's like a creepy intro, but like with the song ain't too creepy. I was like, maybe if it had like a, now I've been scared, but I'm like, nah, it's just, I like that intro though. This is like a displaying artificial intelligence. It just look. This video contains some viewers may find disturbing. Like, viewer discretion is advised. Watch this at your own risk. Was she not originally real, or was flashing images? Oh, so yeah, if like, so for those, like, if you are epileptic or anything, then yeah, it might be best to not watch this video and stuff. But anyways, that looks creepy. Imagine seeing that at night. It's like, originally it was like a beautiful woman, then all of a sudden it just turned into like this was the image that was taken off of this weirdly, put together camera and stuff of this murderer's face. I'm like, why it gotta look like that? I'm like, that is scary. That just, alright. Now it look like a freaking, whatchamacallit, when they take like the stuff and they doing a ultrasound. Like that last few images.
It's Tuesday night. Wildfires rage over West Coast California. CD Projekt Red announces DLC. And over in the furthest reaches of cyberspace, a musical artist named Supercomposite makes a discovery. She experiments with AI-driven art, made possible through inputting text prompts into machine learning systems like Stable Diffusion, DALL-E, and Midjourney. And like anything, at first, everything seems to be alright. Animals, landscapes, trees, the human form, the potential of AI-driven.
I think TikTok came out with some stuff like this. I was using it for a little bit.
Of what this system can do. and inputs the following.
We've known each other many years. This is the first time you ever came with guns.
The last name of Marlon Brando. A prompt that will surely test the absolute limits of the capability of artificial intelligence. Curiously, she enters a modifier, -1, also known as a negative prompt weight, which informs the AI that they're seeking a picture as conceptually far away from the prompt as possible. To be frank, it's an interesting thought experiment because it makes you wonder how exactly AI views the world and what it considers the opposite of everyday things to be. I mean, what do we consider the opposite of everyday things to be? If I asked you what the opposite of birds are,
a rock?
What would you say?
I say a rock. Cause it's like I think of like literally the lowest, like not, well, maybe not, or like either a rock or like a grain of like sand or something, like just something where it has a purpose for whatever reason it has its purpose for, because we don't really know the purpose of a rock or a grain of sand, but at the end of the day I feel like that it's there to serve some purpose, just like a bird and things. And then if you I don't know, then you would think like, okay, what's the opposite of a rock? Or like, all right, this now I ain't got like too deep in thought. I'm just gonna continue on with the video. I'll be sitting here for a whole hour trying to think of stuff, man.
Supercomposite sends off her prompt and lies in wait. The minutes tick by without much concern until, finally,
a cookie? What is that? That's what it generated?
Innocuous, yet interesting that the opposite of Marlon Brando is perceived to be an abstract skyline. Written on it appears to be 2 words, Digita and Pentix, and in the background appears to be text on a white page. Curious, she ponders if the inverse of this photo would result in a picture of Marlon Brando. And so she inputs another prompt and sends it off into the vast unknown.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't think it's going to lead back to Marlon Brando. It's just going to lead to something else. And that's what I was thinking of, so. Sitting there patiently waiting. That would look so creepy. I look outside and I see red clouds. I'm like, I'm not going outside. That's what it generated?
Before them were 4 images of a highly uncanny, older woman with severe rosacea on her cheeks. She bears prominent cheekbones, has dark-colored hair, and can be seen within a living room.
Dang, that is weird looking.
In a bathtub, and against a green wall with just one discernible word above her. L-O-A-B.
Lobe?
Or lobe.
Lobe? Yeah.
Over the next few days, Super experiments with their creation, curious about why and how Lobe exists. She eventually employs a method named AI image crossbreeding to combine one of Lobe's photos with a completely separate one that her friend created. However, instead of this combination resulting in Lobe's demise, or innocuous photos involving this tunnel, what comes to fruition is something a bit more grotesque. Through some kind of emergent statistical accident, something about this woman is adjacent to extremely gory and macabre imagery and the distribution of the AI's world knowledge. Since Lobe was found using negative prompt weights, her gestalt is made from a collection of traits that are equally far away from something, but her combined traits are still...
It looked like in one of the images, it was like I can't even, like, it seemed... One of the images, it looked like it was a baby's head, so I'm like, it might have something to do with a baby and this woman and stuff.
A concept for the AI, and almost all descendant images contain a recognizable Lobe. In nearly every image, Lobe is distinct and embodies the physical manifestation of the repulsive and uncanny. This AI is somehow creating images that perfectly encapsulates what terrifies us, wrapped up in a myriad of situations
That's
like
crazy.
family portraits, loitering within an office building, looming over children like a reincarnation of Jesus Christ, and even standing by after what appears to be a murder by her own hand.
So is
But
it Pennywise's
doesn't
wife?
stop
Like,
there, as the correlation between Loeb and the idea of malformed, mutilated imagery was merely beginning to take root. The Angel Hallway plus Loeb also produced art with such copious gore that probably very few people want to see them, but here are two. I don't feel comfortable posting the most disturbing ones. They're borderline snuff images of dismembered, screaming children.
wow.
There's something moving to me about these grotesque scenes and the desperation, panic, and sadness.
I guarantee and I promise you, like, this video takes off, like, 2-3 years. Well, I mean, the video has kind of already taken off, but like, I guarantee and I promise you, like 2-3 years from now, we're gonna see a movie and it's gonna most likely be titled like Loeb or something, and it's just gonna be like, just, yeah, because look at the Slender Man's stuff and things. I'm like, yeah, it'll just be in a matter of time for whoever this woman is, it gets turned into some like weird movie,
convey.
like a mixture of like It and The Ring.
These are produced with other images as inputs and no text. They're the result of crossbreeding of images of Loeb with pictures of other things. The images that result from crossing Loeb with other images can in turn be crossbred with other images. The AI can latch onto the idea of Loeb so well that she can persist through generations of this type of crossbreeding,
That's
even
crazy.
without using the original image.
Oh, because of Marlon
The journey down
Brando.
the Loeb rabbit hole continues. As referenced, her persistence in existing within each resulting photo is striking, and even when they try to get rid of her, to distort her out of existence, she remains in immensely uncomfortable scenarios. With
Yep,
a
that's
child
creepy.
clinging to the human form,
Dang.
locked in time as a clay statue, deformed by unknowable technology, lurking, watching from the dark, trapped within a Stephen Gamble canvas, painstakingly out of place, abandoned as a lifeless child, trapped in the deep blue, and frozen in eternal pain.
Some weird stuff.
I was ripping Loeb apart and putting her back together. She's an emergent island in the latent space that we don't know how to locate with text queries. But for the AI, Loeb was an equally strong point of convergence as a verbal concept. The big lesson for me here with Loeb is that image prompting can essentially be used as your custom parameter to question the AI's form of thought. You can produce original styles and characters that you literally discover. Negative prompting can help you find emergent accidents, much like Loeb, too. This is largely where her thread ends. She claims that she'll update it with further pictures of Loeb as they're created, and that's a promise that's held true. To this day, they're still adding to it, and this thread, in its entirety, serves as an interesting dive down a surreal, uncanny, and dreamlike rabbit hole regarding this undisclosed AI art generator and its bizarre affixation with this one specific face. As we can recall, the original prompt referenced the inverse of Marlon Brando, and the resulting image was nothing like any human would logically expect it to be. It was an abstract skyline. So how did this come from this?
It's like, AI is weird, bruh. That's all I could come up with. (2003). Don't tell me Loeb is real. grandma's pictures. Bruh, don't tell me their grandma is low. This is some classic Windows stuff, bruh. What was those kids? What is that? I'm like, Grandma, what you got going on? Oh, nah. Nope. Ain't no way that was from no 2003. Nah. I'm like, I'm good. Do not care for being in that house. That is some crazy stuff. There is no way possible this is from some 2003. This is like... It's like...
You may happen upon exactly what you're looking for. The AI is, in a way, constrained by what you feed it. However, if you take away the specifics in your prompt and really allow it to spread its wings and create something for you, well, that's when things get interesting. Anomalies, much like Loeb, await, hidden away within the confines of something called latent space, or the medium in which AI recreates the features it's been fed. You may have seen other examples of this idea before, notably with a Twitter thread from June in which this person discovers what appears to be a demon after inputting a completely made-up word. Krungus, they called it, which is pretty creepy and is even something you can discover yourself.
That's crazy.
But it isn't just disturbing, off-putting creatures and faces that this system excels at, and the span of AI's weirdness isn't always as straightforward as entering a text prompt that we know will give us something scary. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite examples of artificial strangeness dates back years. So let's pause, and let's head back. In 2019, an anonymous programmer going by none other than the girl who talks to AI set out to create a simulation of the human brain by utilizing a system known as a Generative Adversarial Network, or GAN for short. GANs essentially become trained through machine learning to take in millions of existing stimuli in order to recreate an idea. In this case, the system was tasked with creating a face, and after prowling through millions of existing photos, it spit out this one. The programmer, however, had a curious idea. Since the AI's entire worldview is constrained by the sum of its inputs, what would happen if it were to slowly forget the very thing it was trained for? And so, with the AI's neurons visualized to the right, she shuts them off one by one until this face distorts into something completely unrecognizable.
So they just took away like one thing at a time. That's crazy. Oh, so it's kind of, wow. So it like just slowly forgot like that person. Wow.
The parallels between synthetic deconstruction and afflictions of the human mind are clear, and this project serves as a curious looking glass into the realm
That's
of neuroscience
crazy.
and how we as individuals perceive life around us. The way that face slowly distorts into a faded memory, leaving the remaining neurons scrambling.
Like, it can be helpful because I guess like it can also like, it can kind of like, well, maybe it could speed up the process of like helping people with like, you know, like, yeah, Alzheimer's and stuff, where it's like, but I feel like that's like kind of like too ahead of our time, like what this is and things like it's gonna probably be some time down the road, but I feel like it could be something along these lines, not this exactly, but like something along the lines and stuff,
to fill the
like
void
similar
leaves
to
us
it.
with an end result that is haunting, and to this day This remains as one of the most fascinating.
You think like people with Alzheimer's, it's like they look at a person, they're all like, you see this, but then it's like they're seeing that and stuff. So that's crazy.
Than I have ever seen.
I mean, they're not probably seeing that exactly, but like it's along those lines. That's wild. This ain't really disturbing. It's more like informational and stuff. Like I feel like I didn't learn something from this. Like don't fool around with AIs.
Case study. Someone that has successfully cemented herself in the online sphere. And while the reason behind
it don't talk to nobody with the name Loeb.
And why this AI somehow latched on to her oddly specific facial features and tied them to macabre, disturbing imagery is currently unclear. What is certain is that her persistence has left us with an interesting revelation. We know that AI knows how to create subjectively beautiful synthetic art through mere text prompts, generating some of the most striking examples of the sheer potential of modern technology. With that said, who's to say that it can't excel at the opposite? Relatively, the adoption and potential of synthetic art is merely beginning, and with the advent of Loeb freaking so many of us out, what else is hidden away within the vast abyss of AI, and how will this impact us when we find them?
That was it? Bro, that was seriously it? Dang, man. I guess I wanted to part 2. Like I wanna know more, man. I'm like that was a good video. Nah, shout out to Nexpo for that. Make sure if you guys haven't, definitely go subscribe. But dang, man, that was the last video he uploaded. Wow. Alright, well, I mean, hey, it's one of those things where it's like you just gotta wait and things, but nah, man, like I feel like I learned something more from that video than to find it disturbing. I'm kind of weird when it comes to stuff like that. Like, no, don't like get me wrong. Those images were like, like creepy and stuff, but no, it's like it more so kind of like taught you just like on how advanced like AI really is and stuff. It was completely different from what I was talking on in the beginning of the video, but it's like more so letting y'all know it's like, hey, like this is where AI is at right now and stuff, where it's like you can type up some random stuff and yeah, come up with just a bunch of different images and things. So I think it's chill. I think it's something we can learn more about and stuff. But anyways, guys, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Nexpo for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.